to the bottom right side of the map. Top right hand side of the map. The spot position is a bit weird here. Top right is very centralized. Our blue Brawlers player is Goblin. Left hand side, the red Protoss player, puCK. Okay then, so puCK, a 2-0 sends him to the round of 12. A 1-1 puts him at a tiebreaker with Harstem. An 0-2 sends him out of the tournament. Yeah, thank you so much for joining me today, guys. It's been an absolute pleasure bringing you guys the games. And again, just been mentioned about when we're live next week, but the easiest way to see when we're live and when we're going live, hit that follow button and get notifications of when we're going live. See us on your follow sidebars. See us all over the place. That's what we're all about. And it, yeah, I mean, it works wonders. That follow button, it's one click, it's free. Tells you when there's more StarCraft. It's a wonderful thing. Again, if you want to support the stream further, I'm not going to go too much into it because this PvP is kicking off, but you all know how. And again, all subs, donations, cheers, bits, yada yada, it all goes a long way towards supporting me as a caster, helping me continue to produce StarCraft content regularly and continue to put on these tournaments. What's up, Mel's Melee, coming in with the 29-month resub. Can we get some love in the chat, please, from Mel's Melee? On the 29 months, a long one. Some Wardy hearts in the chat, guys. 2 Stalkers apiece to start off this PvP. Welcome to Automaton by RMQ. The map maker of, I believe, I'd like to say Neon Violet Square, if I'm not mistaken. RQM, sorry, RQM, not RMQ. I feel like I get this the wrong way around every single time. So by RQM, Automaton is a macro map, just as Neon Violet Square was back in the day, so his style continuing to do well in the macro category. And let's take a look around Automaton, because it is the first time we've seen this here today. So, main base pretty regular, definitely some drop-in potential over here. Very, very blinkable as well, like lots of access points for blinking. I think you can only jump in with a Reaper over here, though. I think these boxes actually block a Reaper jumping up from other locations, so it's interesting. Now, the natural comes off towards the upper right-hand side, which really makes this very macro-focused, because the attack into the natural is very set back. You can take a third base off to the side, so everything's really set back in a corner. You take a fourth base towards the front then as well, and you can really defend your bases very easily. A gold base here with rocks behind it, that's real interesting too. So what that actually allows you to do is, if you have a base here and you put a base here, you can kill off these rocks and then you can mine from this side of the gold mineral line. So yeah, obviously you won't be able to mine the gases, but you can get the minerals. But it is kind of blocked off here because I imagine people don't, you know, the map maker doesn't want you taking a hatchery early on in the game here as a Zerg player to just increase your income. So yeah, it's pretty intriguing. It's pretty intriguing, but yeah, I like it. I like it. It's interesting. Anyways, the Stargate's up from Goblin. It is a Nexus apiece so far as Goblin is starting to push on forwards. See just what he can do now as those Stalkers going to try and get some damage done. Couple more shots going down. We will see this prober puCK. And just continue to pull away off over to the left-hand side. Oh, that probe just gets up to the high ground alive. Really only just, though. And we are going to see these Stalkers continuing to poke their way through this. Ah, pylon so low, but still not quite down. Goblin pushed away here. At the same time, Oracle in his main base kills 4 workers. puCK making another Oracle. He also went Stargate, but the fact he went Oracles is generally a disadvantage. Usually the Phoenix play is better because they can obviously kill the Oracles very reliably and easily. So, yeah, interesting. What's up, T-Fez, my man? How you doing? Thank you so much for subscribing, dude. Appreciate it. Hope you're having a good day. Appreciate the support. Anyways, Twilight Council is about halfway done at the moment, as we'll see Stalkers able to pick off this pylon. Next Oracle coming in, though, up the right-hand side. Going to be here in a moment or two, and as it flies in again, Goblin doesn't really have a response to this. He has a lot of Phoenix, though, and that really can tilt the Stalker numbers into his favor at the front, and that's what he'll go for. Well, he's actually leaving it 4 versus 5 Stalkers on the ground. Now it's 4 versus 4 again, but now the Phoenix lift, and that's where it makes the difference. More reinforcements coming in from Goblin. The Boise losing workers. This one Oracle gets 11 kills. and so much damage dealt. However, Goblin has the army supply and already pressing a little bit further forwards in towards this natural. Damage can be dealt. He's 11 workers down, but this is his opportunity to clean up a bunch of these probes. 3, 4, 5 workers being picked off already. Now 6. No, not 6. Now 6. Now 7. Because the Phoenix have gone in the main and they're hunting down a Stalker. Stalkers can't be anything, can't actually be healed by a shield battery while it's in the air. puCK's still in trouble here, you know. I mean, now the worker count is even. This Stalker goes down very quickly. Nice surround here. The Phoenix don't have energy. Oh, they do. They maybe could have lifted that Stalker up. Wouldn't have been a bad idea, because then when he drops it back down, not surrounded, he will still one-shot probes, which is actually a big difference. Cancels on gateways by puCK to warp in more units here. He gets a Void Ray, but the Void Ray just dies instantly to these Phoenix as well. Probe's still running around, and puCK has not been mining for a little while now, and Goblin is still keeping up the pressure at home. He's back mining, has been for a while, still building more Phoenix. This one low-health Stalker is running from probes, and just needs to try and micro around. Does fall before one more kill happens. Wow. Well, we're just going to be seeing the 16 probes killed in recent times. Goes up to 17 with the last couple of Phoenix shots. And still an Oracle from puCK alive. This 15-kill Oracle found by a Phoenix, though, and will actually recall to safety. In the end, I didn't think Goblin had paid attention to it. But now actually recalls into the Phoenix. That was actually the worst decision. This is bad for puCK. He just can't regain control of his main base. And as more workers go down, it looks like puCK might be dropping a map here to Goblin. puCK, who's taken a map off of Raynor today, off of True today, off of Hearthstone today, may drop a map to Goblin. Wow. Robotics facility starting up from Goblin in the main base. These Phoenix still just flying around. We will see some of these probes being lifted and a little bit of damage being done. Workers taken down here. Nexus on the low ground. Stargate is going to finish, and we do just have that Robo again, just a few moments away here. 4 or 5 workers picked off once again by Goblin. And well, again, some shield batteries coming up on the natural. He's just playing it safe so he doesn't die to any sort of a follow-up at this point. PvP is a bit of a weird matchup for testing out testing out maps, isn't it? What can you really say about the map? I'd love to see like a TVZ on this map, or like a PvZ even, because I really feel like it could be very interesting in how it works out. And as you all see, well, some Stalkers in the corner finally gathering together. Will be enough to push some of these Phoenix back, but I mean, loses another. I mean, more energy, and these Phoenix just dive back in to get more kills. Why on earth not? puCK's actually just going to GG right now. I mean, yeah, I think puCK here, actually. We just saw Port Alexandra. And now we go into Reminiscences of a map for the second time today. Only the third map we've seen 2 times today. And up 1 game to the top left-hand side, the blue Protoss player is Goblin. Bottom right, the red Protoss, puCK. This map saw some interesting stuff between Hearthstone and Raynor, moving out towards this space, and some attacks here and there. See how the PvP gets played out, obviously looking towards the 2-gate opening to begin with. Get a Forge, I mean, what are you going to do with a Forge? You get a Forge, you can get cannons. If you get cannons, the Phoenix don't care. Like, it's such an investment to just push, you know, deal slow damage, because the Phoenix just micro back as a Forge slowly does damage. I don't think the Forge really does anything to help puCK out in that last game. It's going to be seeing this Chrono boosting probe on its way out at the moment. Man, I wish there was more SE2 after this before GSL versus the World, says Kaiser GL. Dude, we've got Group B of this very tournament tomorrow. Uthermal, Seoul, Lambo, Namshar, and Zanster in 13 hours' time. Yeah. Sounds fun, doesn't it? Well, there you go. There's your action before GSL versus the World. I'm also going to be casting BTSL tomorrow. So I'll see you guys tomorrow for a double header once again. I've also casted BTSL today. No, I casted the Limo League today. I'm in my 11th hour of casting today. Well, I actually had a decent break between the Limo League and this event, but started casting 11 hours ago. Here we are. Still going. Powering through. Got great StarCraft. Why the heck not, eh? Why the heck not? Goblin 1, puCK 0 here. Now, final game of the day. This is our final map of the day, though. That is worth mentioning. Of course, I'm here for the last game. Why would I show up on time? I guess watching the entire stream is really for, you know, the lame kids. Who even watches the whole stream nowadays? Twilight Council from puCK, starting up in the back of the main. We do see Goblin dropping the Stargate too. Couple of Stalkers on the way up on each side. What's up, Drogo, dude? Thanks for the host. How you guys doing from Drogo's stream? Hope you're all doing well. It's actually our last map of the day. A little bit of PvP between Goblin and puCK, with Goblin 1-0 up. And again, it is our last game even if puCK wins this, because it's only everyone plays 2 maps against each other. So the winner of... whoever wins this game, it's over. There's no third game. But what's up, Drogo? Thanks for throwing the host our way. Towards the end of our stream here today. A bit of early game Stalker on Stalker action. Both players expanding pretty quick, though. puCK already has that Twilight Council down and starts to set up into Blink. We do see another Phoenix just on its way up, and again, Goblin really likes this Phoenix play. We've been seeing a lot of it from this PvP today, and well, he's going to dive on Inlift. So heavily Stalker in the back. We'll get another low health Stalker here at the front, and I don't think he really works out for him. Now it's 2-on-2. Both Stalkers full health. It's actually not too crazy in the end, I guess. Well, we're going to see some Phoenix are heading towards the main base, so Phoenix to try and see if they can do much more. They'll get a good scout. I think that's all they're really hoping for. You can get a probe or two, but obviously nothing too crazy. But yeah, seeing that Twilight Council, seeing Blink upgrading, I mean, at this stage of the game, Glaive's charge doesn't really make a lot of sense. It isn't usually the upgrades you see in the early game of a PvP, so the Blink does make a lot more sense in that regard. As you see those couple of Phoenix flying around to see just where they can get to. But Phoenix is going to pop out here in a moment, and we'll start to head out onto the map. The Robo Facility is setting up from Goblin here as well in the main base. Twilight Council Chrono boosting away, about 80% of the way done. Some more probes being picked away at. And Phoenix just looping around and trying to do what they're meant to do, which is keep the map control. It's going to become very difficult though, as the Stalkers blink on in. It really is going to, yeah, it really is going to become more difficult for these Phoenix to kind of really justify being on the map, or be on the map while still being safe, right? Because it's, being on the map's great. There's a lot of reasons to be on the map, but being on the map safely is a very different circumstance. We do see these probes being picked away at, and the Stalkers able to push those Phoenix back away down to the south. So Phoenix will back off over to the left-hand side here, and we do see another couple probes on the way out. Can't target those rocks. I guess these are meant to be unbuildable plates, but actually I can't select them either, so yeah, I guess not. Yeah, I actually can't select these little rocks either, huh? That's it. I wonder if you can build on them, though. I wonder if you can build on them. Because the whole point of having rocks here is so you can't do a pile-on wall off on the low ground. But if you can build on them, that obviously doesn't work. So that's maybe something we have to look at a little bit here. Skinny Madman only missed one game of the stream today, and that's because he drove to McDonald's. Hashtag worth it. Hashtag passion, dude. Thank you so much for being here all day long. Some model pops out from Goblin. Observe on the way up. Twilight Council dropping down. Forge from puCK starting up on the other side of the map, so he is starting to get into further tech here. His own charge now on the way too. 7 minutes into the PvP, puCK also has a third Nexus. So continue teching up right now. 4 gates against 2 currently, if we look at puCK's production. He's maybe on 5 gates. Huh, so Goblin... Oh, Goblin's adding 5 more gates, so now he goes into Glaives. What? Very late for Glaives, I feel like. Obviously, he's setting up into a big aggressive attack where Glaives is going to help him out, but that's interesting. If puCK overbuilds Zealots, then Glaives can actually do pretty well against them, so let's see how this goes. More Prism on the way up from Goblin. I mean, this is definitely all intents and purposes aggression out of him. He is going to move a probe to the third base. Throws down a pylon. Is there real intention of taking this here? Phoenix will use up a little bit of their energy on some probes. Loses one of them to the Blinking Stalkers. Nearly a second. Stalkers won't have another blink in time to chase further than that, however. So now the Phoenix stay alive. 2 more Archons on the way up here from puCK. And well, the Immortals, the Stalkers, the Zealots, moving on down towards the bottom side of the map. Again, charge is about to finish here from puCK, so as that finishes in a few moments, you have these Phoenix able to pick off an Observer and still just pressing forwards Goblin. I'd like to try and do something at the moment. I mean, he's got the 7 gateways of Warpins, right? He's got a lot to work with. At the moment, looks as though he'll go for the third Nexus. I mean, I kind of feel like Goblin's... I guess killing the third's nice, because then he can fall back more easily. I'm just going to be seeing the Shield Battery healing just a little bit right now. We see the Adepts do shade on top of these units, and we do see the Archons taking some damage already. Immortals on the low ground dealing some damage as well. So let's try and charge on in. Wow, these Adepts in the back are... Ooh, this is interesting in general, because the Adepts, I feel, should be fighting the Zealots more so than jumping on the Archons. Also, by being on top of the Archons, it means that puCK's able to just splash those Adepts down. Now Goblin will lose these Immortals. Now the Phoenix obviously going to be exposed, and puCK will push this back. And he actually has some Adepts in the main base to deal with, and now shading back down to the low ground. They get a couple of warping in units and a couple of probes as well. Is it enough? Because in the end, he never even killed the third base. Originally, I was going to say, hey, if he kills the third base, you know, coming out of this without dealing too much damage is not so bad. It's recoverable. You're 2 bases apiece. Now, not quite the same. puCK also has an upgrade lead. puCK might have just held on to take this second game to force a tiebreaker match against Harston. A match will probably get played before the playoffs next on the weekend. Stalkers blinking forwards. A Phoenix will continue to back away off over to the left-hand side. More depths gathering together here from Goblin 2. One Observer overhead from puCK just flying along, looking to see what's up. An Immortal from Goblin will start up as well here. Again, these Archons coming forwards. They'll want to try and chase down those Adepts as the Adepts shade on through. They're going to try and head towards this third base, so second in here, it's a lot of Adepts, and puCK's out of position. Is he out of position? I mean, these Stalkers would probably be enough to take him down. Okay, Goblin pushed away for the moment as puCK continues to stabilize here, and these Adepts nearly caught by the Archons. puCK just a moment or two off actually being on top of those. And that would be deadly. I mean, Archons... Oh, gets the Prism kill, Goblin. That's nice, but it costs him a Phoenix. And he will slow down aggression of puCK, because now he can't reinforce anywhere near as easily as he would like to, of course, going into a fight. Okay, Archons and Stalkers going to come up this ramp. And I think this is just the issue, though. In general, like, these Archons are going to destroy Adepts. Immortal here got blinked on, but got up towards the shield battery. Zealots now get in front to protect the Archons just a little bit as well. You can see how well these Adepts do against Zealots, and that's why I'm so surprised we didn't see the Adepts on top of the Zealots in the previous fight. I really thought that that could have been the game changer right there. Right now, Goblin continue to lose out on units, and Phoenix going down too. 4 probes apiece because there is a counter-attack in Adepts. puCK forced to warp in to deal with this here. And as again, Stalkers and Archons will take down this pylon. Probe or 2 will get picked off also, and again, these Archons and Stalkers are going to want to push up this ramp. Try and push on in for victory now. 2 Adepts in the background, shading around to see what they can get up to, and well, we will have Archons and Stalkers continue to be picked away at the moment. puCK in a great aggressive position here in the center of the map. Will fall away for now, but hey, he's got 17 workers in advantage. He's still got that +1 with a +2 being worked on. He just has the tech as well. I mean, he's already on 5 Archons versus 1. Okay, he doesn't have any Immortals just yet, but does that matter? Well, I wouldn't say so right now. See, Goblin is again going to shade on forwards down to the bottom side of the map here, so would like to come in and try and get a bit more damage done, but the reality of the matter is puCK has just got a bit too much in the center of the map. Adepts will shade forwards. They're going to try and jump on this mineral line, and you know, I can't really blame him. I think it's one of the better choices he has, forces units to come back, and get eco damage done, maybe make puCK run around for a while. Those are the options which Goblin has, I think, to make this successful. The more time he buys while dealing eco damage, the better, because then he has more chance to prepare. But oh, puCK is on top of this. He catches this army already, and that is going to just be, well, these Adepts are going to die. Those Adepts going down here, and puCK really looks as though he's got this game in the bag. And again, it doesn't send him through the group. It will tie him up. It will tie him up 1-1. Sorry, with Goblin, yes, but it will also tie him up with Harstem for 3rd place in the group. And again, we'll have some form of a tiebreaker played in the next few days. We'll organize it with the players to set that up and to figure it out. But just keep puCK alive in the group, and that's what's important, this victory here. After an unfortunate first game where he just wasn't quite prepared for the aggression, where things didn't quite go his way. He went Oracle versus Phoenix, and I mean, that alone is already a tough build or a loss. Couple more Archons morphing in as here we go up the ramp. puCK pushes, and well, you can just see the number advantage. There isn't anything other than Archons and Immortals here for Goblin, which means that, well, he just doesn't have the units to tank for them, and obviously he has less of those units as well. puCK pushes through. He'll take the final game of the night. GG's puCK, putting himself on a